Kennesaw Mountain like that.
Yeah.
He's very erudite. I picture going back to his apartment and there's a lot of wood shelves and.
Should have rolled initiative and gotten to the battle with the golem.
Hey, angry. No, okay. Well, come up here. Get up here. I want some advice for next time.
Let's meet
Ken Burns.
Kennesaw.
Famous documentarian. What is your actual name, sir?
It is Nathaniel Metz.
Nathaniel Metz.
Yes.
I would expect nothing less.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Are you starting to notice a similarity of archetypes from these guys weren't in Phoenix, but he looks a lot like Tyler Dandy.
Yeah, there was a cat. Yeah, there's a kind of like a.
There's there's an Andy Dick ice tray that
Whoa.
there's a little
Wait,
there's a variation, but it's not
I'm Andy Dick now?
There's a baseline.
You're the more clean cut intellectual Andy Dick.
Thank you. I never was in Biodome with Pauly Shore, right?
Right, no.
Not that we know of. You seem like a very well-educated man. Do you have a degree in something?
Well, the guy I work with is a very Civil War buff, but you pick up a few things.
Yeah.
So you don't have a degree in anything?
No, I dropped out of college.
Yeah? What college did you go to?
I went to the University of Georgia at first, 3 years later. Go Dogs. I transferred to, in Atlanta, Georgia State University. Yeah.
Boo.
The lesser-known Panthers.
Oh shit! I forgot the Falcons had some kind of crazy game out there.
Yeah, they fucking did. I wasn't going to bring it up because I don't think of you as a sports fan, and probably most of us.
I'm not a sports fan, nor
but
am I.
But that game was insane. It was almost as if it was kind of an Atlanta moment. It was all being taken from them, and they rose back up.
We rose like the South, baby.
Yeah. This is.
Is that why the flags say "Rise Up"? Oh boy! Wow, you guys really hanging on to that shit.
They should. They should. It's
I
great.
guess I would too.
I mean, it's. Yeah.
I said earlier on our last one in Austin that my name is Jeff Davis, and so it's a very Southern name, and so I get free stuff from racist store clerks.
I don't know if I believe that story.
It's absolutely true, man. It is absolutely true. And then the cab driver, when I was telling him about the racist guy that gave me the beer, turned off the meter when I said my name, and he wouldn't charge me for it.
But it's such a common name. It might as well be like John Jones or something. And
I wonder how Bobby Lee would do here. That's like Robert E. Lee. I mean, he'd probably do really good.
Yeah, these Funyuns are on me, Bobby Lee. All right, Nathaniel. I always bristle when I meet a Nathaniel because I feel like my name is some kind of working man's Nathaniel.
We're rare, though. You got Nathaniel Hawthorne, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's like an elitist Daniel. I don't.
And you never were a Nate. You were always Nathaniel.
Well, to people you know better, you are Nate because they get tired of the extra 2 syllables.
What's the most important thing to take away historically from Atlanta? Like what I've made some ham-handed efforts to try to personalize the city in terms of reading about its history in Wikipedia, but you've been here. You have a history buff friend. You have no degree. You dropped out of college. You're not afraid to pop off.
I've heard you're not afraid of politics yourself.
I don't know anything about them, so it's easy to not be afraid of things you don't understand. But I mean, I don't know. Is there anything that I haven't considered about Atlanta that you would like the podcast listeners to know? We're drifting through here, and I don't know. Yeah. What's my point? I don't know.
The most important thing to know about Atlanta is we are an independent people that love our liberty and we love our Southern heritage. No, apparently we have the Yankees, Atlanteans in the house.
What did you say?
Some of us are racist.
Are you speaking for yourself?
Yeah. Bring her up on stage.
I think there's probably a lot of self-loathing that is required to happen here. So we're probably the most progressive of the. I don't know. It's kind of be complicated. It feels like one of those things you're not even allowed to talk about as a northerner passing through. It's like you guys really owned the whole conflict in a way that just it's not you guys. You eat at McDonald's. But,
is there a lot of racism still kind of visible and around? Really?
No, there are not. Did I see the guy in the sweater vest? There, no racism that I've ever seen in Atlanta. You probably have. No.
Well,
are you cheering? They're kind of rooting. So there really is like noticeable racism. Like what form does it take? Like what do you see?
Against the whites.
It's against the whites?
Thank you.
Oh, boy. So you're saying that what they call that the much maligned reverse racism kind of thing? No. Now this is we've torn this audience in pieces.
I don't think that guy was speaking for the. That's what I'm saying. It's complicated. I think there's people that feel obligated to go. Fuck the whole thing. I'm sorry. It's like if you went to some neighborhood in Germany, and you were making jokes about it's like a joke to other people, but then they're like, no, fuck that. God damn it, you don't understand. I was raised taking that shit seriously, and it's like I'm plagued with the scars of it, and on either side, it's a.
But Nathaniel seems to think that it's done. It's all over.
Well, and that's. I think the beautiful thing about Atlanta, it's from what I've read, is that you actually can find pockets where you could believe that because it's like I'm telling you, maybe I don't know. Wikipedia was in the business of bullshitting everybody, but
absolutely.
But it was this was the mecca of like the kind of the historical black college movement, like the kind of like the civil rights kind of like were happening here before they were supposed to be happening all around them. There were people in different places cracking eggs on people's heads because they were sitting at the wrong counter and all this shit. And there was like Atlanta was trying to get its shit together, while trying to maintain its identity. It's got to be a very complicated place to have lived back then. I don't know what my point is. Fart break. I have no idea. What would be interesting would be to sit down and smoke a joint with somebody that lived here and just like hear the whole thing, and then you'd only be getting like 1% of the whole story.
Why don't we all just pick a place?
Let's all go smoke a joint.
I'll go hang out afterwards. We'll get high and we'll talk about race.
Yeah, way to go, Harmontown.
There should be a section of Harmontown when we colonize the moon. There will just be a borough where you can only talk about race. That's how.
Racetown.
It'll just be called the racial historical district, and so all the shops have to have a racial theme. It doesn't. They could be racist. They could be anti-racist, but it's just like everything. And that way, will reduce consciousness of race to like a gimmick. Like so, it'll be like, hey, it's the race parade. Yeah. And it'll come through the other. But then the other sections will be no, we're too busy to hate, which is all right. So Nathaniel, what the fuck?
No, hey, I only made a scene tonight because I would just want. This is Dan fucking Harmon, and I have been paying attention to this man and Jeff Davis for 6 years. With laser fart, you don't even deserve to be in this war. I can't tell you how important these two men are to my comedy life.
Yeah, he's not a bad person for loving me. Sometimes you just love me.
Yeah. Hey, I've seen this Dan Harmon talk about how loathsome he is and how fat and obsessive he is about himself.
Which makes me a god and a hero.
Thank you. Yeah. But you are looking more svelte than I've ever seen you. You are
I'm fat.
No. Yeah. You are a wonderful human being.
Oh, Atlanta.
I have seen, next to myself, this is the most naked man I've ever seen in my life. I have seen his ass. I've seen his pubis and the links.
His pubis?
Yeah, pubis, that's right. This educated individual has said pubis on Harmontown.
Dan,
all right.
Dan, show me pubis.
Atlanta used to be called Terminus. That was its first name. It was at the intersection of a bunch of railroads.
The Signal is the film based on
kind of like pubis.
I'm going to exit myself.
Oh, all right.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the Atlanta spirit.
Yeah.
That's called Southern hospitality.
Yeah, none of that Adam Goldberg, I'm not leaving kind of shit.
Thank you. Nathaniel, let's thank Nathaniel.
Nathaniel Metz.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. There's 2 different ones, but not...